Welcome to the longest running quiz show in the area. Categories. High school students compete to answer questions on topics from art to science, history to current events. And now, here's your categories host, John Bartell.
Hi, welcome to Categories. Today we're bringing you one of the best categories rivalries throughout the ages as the Shawnee Mission East Lancers take on the Shawnee Mission South Raiders. Let's go ahead and meet our competitors. First from East.
I'm Matt Williamson, and I'm a junior.
Mark Tauster, and I'm a senior.
I'm Aiden Conley, and I'm a senior.
I'm Brian Phillips, I'm a sophomore.
I'm Polly Hahn, I'm a junior.
And our competitors from Shawnee Mission South.
I'm Joshua Persicini, a senior.
I'm Josh Watkins, I'm a junior.
I'm James Marks, I'm a sophomore.
I'm Isaac Lane, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Brett Wagner, and I'm a senior.
Fantastic. Here on Categories, we will begin the contest in our first round with asking a team a question. If the team answers incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal that category. We did a coin toss before we started taping, and it was won by Shawnee Mission South. So South, here is the first category. It's U.S. Geography, the states. Arizona has the cactus as its state flower. What state has sagebrush as its state flower? James.
Would that be New Mexico?
It is not New Mexico. Lancers, chance to steal this U.S. Geography states category. Arizona has the cactus as its state flower. What state has sagebrush as its state flower? Matt.
Nevada.
It is Nevada.
Oh, that was...
All right. Lancers, you do get the next category. It is economics. What term describes the manufacture of goods in large quantities? Brian.
Mass production.
Mass production is correct. South, general knowledge is your category. Traditionally, if a boat is sinking, which two groups get in the lifeboats first? Josh P.
Women and children?
Women and children is correct. Lancers, geography is your category. Of these river valleys, which of these river valleys is least densely populated? The Yangtze, Hudson, Amazon, Ganges, or Nile? Polly.
Amazon.
Amazon is correct. Raiders, the next category for you is geology. This geological term comes from the Latin word meaning water carrier. It describes a rock layer that is sufficiently permeable to conduct and yield groundwater. Such a layer is known as what? Isaac?
An aquifer.
Aquifer is correct. East, literature, terminology. What's the traditional rhyme and meter of Shakespeare? Matt?
Iambic pentameter.
That is correct. South, next category for you, vocabulary. What is the term that means to itemize and plan how to spend one's income? Josh P.
Budget.
Budget is correct. Lancers, fine arts, film. The director is normally the most influential creator of a film. I'll name the film and you name the director. The film is Citizen Kane. Polly.
Orson Welles.
Orson Welles is correct. So far, I don't think we're doing really well on our answers. All right, here we go. Raiders, current events is your category. Which breast cancer advocacy group decided to pull screening funds from Planned Parenthood? Josh W.
Susan G. Komen Foundation.
That is correct. East, geometry is your category. A pentagon, a hexagon, an octagon, and a dodecagon have a total of how many sides? Matt.
31.
31 is exactly right. Shawnee Mission South, sports is your category. What's the complete statistical summary of a baseball game called? Josh W.
A box score.
Box score, very good. Lancers, government, economics is your category. What do we call acts by at least one and often more countries, usually economic in nature, which coerce another country to live up to Aiden.
Sanctions.
Sanctions, very good. Shawnee Mission South, science is the category. The rare California condor belongs to the bird category, commonly called what? Josh W.
Raptors.
Cannot accept raptors. Lancers, chance to steal this science category. The rare California condor belongs to the bird category, commonly called what? Brian.
Scavengers.
Cannot accept scavengers. We're looking for either vulture, and I would accept it buzzard. But Lancers, you do get the next question, and it is general knowledge. Paperweights for the desk came into demand in the late 19th century in response to the invention of what device? Aiden.
Air conditioner.
Cannot accept air conditioners. Raiders, chance to steal this general knowledge category. Paperweights for the desk came into demand in the late 19th century in response to the invention of what device? James.
Typewriter.
Cannot accept typewriter. We're looking for ceiling fan. Ceiling fan. Raiders, you do get the next category. It is military history. When the English kings laid claim to the French crown, it led to what conflict? Josh P.
The 100 Years' War.
That's exactly what we're looking for. Shawnee Mission East, geography, climates is your category. Extremely hot day temperatures and very cool night temperatures occur on what geographical features? Brian.
Deserts.
Deserts, very good. Shawnee Mission South, music is your category. Answer this question about the Beatles. The group came from which British city? Josh W.
Liverpool.
Liverpool is correct. Lancers, literature is your category. With what region of the United States is the poet Robert Frost most often identified? Brian.
The Northeast.
The Northeast or New England, very good. Raiders, U.S. government is your category. Congress can propose one by a 2/3 vote in both houses, or a convention to propose one may be called for by 2/3 of the states. Propose a what? Josh P.
A constitutional amendment.
That's what we're looking for. Shawnee Mission East, history is your category. Daniel Boone served in the legislature of what colony? Matt.
Georgia.
It is not Georgia. Raiders, chance to steal this history category. Daniel Boone served in the legislature of what colony? Brett.
Virginia.
It is Virginia. Shawnee Mission South, you do get the next category. It is science. What name is given to the lowest energy state available to an electron? Brett.
Just the first energy level.
I cannot accept that, sorry. Lancers, science is the category, your chance to steal. What name is given to the lowest energy state available to an electron? Matt.
Ground state.
Ground state, very good. You've taken a bit of a lead here, or just a 1-point lead, actually, 10-9. Lancers, you do get the next question. It is general knowledge. What do you call a seawall that protects a harbor, coast, or offshore structure from strong waves? Mark.
Levee.
Cannot accept levee. Shawnee Mission South, you have the chance to steal this general knowledge category. What do you call a seawall that protects a harbor, coast, or offshore structure from strong waves? Josh W.
A sandbar.
Cannot accept sandbar. We're looking for breakwater, a breakwater. South, you do get the next category. It is history explorers. What 18th century British navigator, cartographer, and dietitian explored the South Pacific and the western coast of North America until his death in 1779? James.
Cook.
Cook. That's what we're looking for. Very good. East, you do get the next category. It's fine arts, music. Chicken tetrazzini, peach melba, and sauce Caruso are all foods named after members of what profession? Mark.
Tenors, singers.
Well, look,
Tenors.
they're all singers, opera singers or tenor singers. Very good. Shawnee Mission South, we have the next category. It is literature. What is the color of Alice Walker's award-winning novel concerned with the poor Southern black woman's struggle for independence? James.
Purple.
Color purple. Very good. Shawnee Mission East, economics is your category. Which company, known as S&P, produces a directory of corporations, directors, and executives? Mark.
Standard & Poor's.
Standard & Poor's. Very good. Raiders, world geography is your category. Nepal is surrounded by these two countries, the two most populous in the world. Isaac.
China and India.
China and India are the two. Lancers, American history is your category. Caesar Rodney left his deathbed and rode 80 miles through a blinding storm to sign what document? Mark.
Declaration of Independence.
That's what we're looking for. Very good. South, you got the next category. It is general knowledge. Name the preparatory layer of paint applied to canvas or wood. Josh W.
Primer.
Primer. East, you have the next category. It is geometry. What's the product of the slopes of two perpendicular lines? Matt.
-1.
-1. Very good. Fine arts is the category for you, South. What city is the home to almost half of Michelangelo's statues? Josh P.
Florence.
It is Florence. I was about to say you're wrong, but it's right there on the card. Florence. Very good. Shawnee Mission East, you do have the next category. It is history. General Douglas MacArthur said to what country, "I shall return" in World War II? Polly.
The Philippines.
The Philippines. Shawnee Mission South, science, biology is your category. Which type of blood cell is essential for blood clot formation? Red blood cells, blood platelets, or white blood cells? Josh P.
Blood platelets.
Blood platelets is correct. Shawnee Mission East, current events is your category. With efforts in the United Nations failing, the government of what country pressed on with its crackdown as some opposition leaders said force was their only option? Brian.
Syria.
Syria. Very good. Shawnee Mission South, children's literature is your category. In Rumpelstiltskin, how many days did the dwarf give the miller's daughter to guess his name? James?
7.
7 is incorrect. Shawnee Mission East, chance to steal this children's literature question. In Rumpelstiltskin, how many days did the dwarf give the miller's daughter to guess his name? Polly?
3.
It is 3. Very good. You do get the next category question, Shawnee Mission East. It is music. People usually stand up when which part of Handel's Messiah is played? Polly?
Hallelujah chorus.
That's what we're looking for. Very good. And with that correct answer, you have opened up a 3-point lead going into halftime. Shawnee Mission East has a score of 18. Shawnee Mission South, 15. At this part of our program, I think we are going to go ahead and do our campus updates. And from Shawnee Mission East, Matt, what is happening with the Lancers?
Okay, well, we recently wrapped up our winter musical, which was Bye Bye Birdie, and we've started the auditioning process for our spring play, which will be Durang Durang. For our forensics team won a regional tournament of sorts at Olathe East, and I believe they qualified to state for that. Basketball is in full swing, despite our unfortunate loss to our rival Rockers, but we're hoping to swing back from that. And many of our brightest math students are participating in the American Mathematics Competition 12A tomorrow. So we wish them all luck on that. And that's all we have for now.
That's all.
Oh, I forgot one thing. We recently had our blood drive. I almost forgot about that. That's embarrassing.
All right, well, I'm glad I got questioned if that was all. I feel a lot better about that. And from Shawnee Mission South, Josh P., what is happening over on 107th Street?
Well, our winter musical, A Drowsy Chaperone, is about to start on February 16th and it'll also run until February 18th. Our basketball team beat Olathe South last Friday to become 12-2 and remain undefeated in league. And we're having our trivia night to benefit our choir next Saturday, February 11th. Speaking of trivia, so.
And I'm well aware of that because I believe I am hosting that event over at Shawnee Mission South, the trivia event. Before we head into our second round, we do have an update on our scoring and our records as the standings of February 1st here. And it looks like Blue Valley West has finished our season, or has gone through our season here at 4-0. They finished the season. And Blue Valley Southwest has finished their season at 3-1. And then we have several teams deadlocked at 2-1, including Shawnee Mission East and Shawnee Mission South competing right here. As we head into our second round, it is the lightning round, and we will start off our lightning round with a look and listen question in which we will either have a picture or sound for those here in the studio and for those playing at home. And so whoever responds correctly first will receive 2 points for their team. Remember, teams, this could be look and listen, look or listen. So, yeah, be very careful. All right, here is our question. Sapporo, Japan is known for hosting the 1972 Winter Olympics. On the following map, what island is Sapporo located?
Most Japanese live on the largest islands, Hokkaido, Honshu, Shikoku, and Kyushu.
Josh P.
Hokkaido?
Hokkaido is correct. And so 2 points are awarded to South, and this lead right now is Shawnee Mission East 18, Shawnee Mission South 17. For the remainder of the lightning round, a question is placed on the floor for either team to answer. The first team to respond correctly will get a point. If a team does respond incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal. So here we go, both teams. The category is artists. Who did more than any other 19th century American artist to establish watercolor as an important medium? Mark.
Thomas Hart Benton.
That is incorrect. Raiders, chance to steal this artist question. Who did more than any other 19th century American artist to establish watercolor as an important medium? James.
George O'Keeffe.
That's incorrect. Winslow Homer. Winslow Homer is who we were looking for. Yes. Vocabulary for both teams. What word can indicate successful work on a test or a route between... Oh, Aiden.
Aced.
I cannot accept aced. Raiders, chance to steal this vocabulary question. What word can indicate a successful work on a test or a route between two mountains? Josh P.
Pass.
Pass is correct. Government for both teams. Of superintendent, foreman, president, and chairman, which title is most suggestive of the number 12? Mark.
Foreman.
Foreman. Very good. Foreman of a 12-person jury. Very good. History, world history for both teams. In 1760, what was the largest country in the area in Europe after Russia? Aiden.
Austria-Hungary.
I cannot accept that. Raiders, chance to steal this world history question. In 1760, what was the largest country in area in Europe after Russia? Josh P.
France.
That is also incorrect. Poland. Poland. European history, another history question for both teams. To the nearest million, how many Jews was Adolf Hitler accused? Aiden.
6.
6 is correct. Both teams, here we go, current events. 2 new studies done independently by researchers at Columbia and Harvard indicate that it may be possible to bring what to an abrupt halt early on by preventing cell-to-cell transmission? James.
Cancer.
Cannot accept cancer. Lancers, chance to steal this current events question. 2 new studies done independently by researchers at Columbia and Harvard indicate that it may be possible to bring what to an abrupt halt early on by preventing cell-to-cell transmission? Mark.
HIV/AIDS.
I cannot accept that. We're looking for Alzheimer's disease. Both teams, science, chemistry. This substance is a result of an intentional mixture of two or more chemical elements which have metallic properties. In general usage, it is known as what? James?
Alloy.
An alloy. U.S. geography. What state capital is located 20 miles east of the Rio Grande? Josh P.
Austin.
Don't accept Austin. Lancer's chance to steal this U.S. geography category. What state capital is located 20 miles east of the Rio Grande? Polly.
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe is correct. Music, instruments for both teams. What kind of piano plays automatically, guided by a roll of paper, while the player pumps? Josh W.
A player piano.
A player piano. Sports for both teams. What's the sport of descending a rock surface called? Brian?
Repelling.
Repelling. It's world geography this time. Which of Indonesia's many islands has the most people? Mark?
Java.
Java is correct. Open up a bit of a lead here. Shawnee Mission East 23, Shawnee Mission South 20. U.S. government for both teams. Does the U.S. Supreme Court sit from August to March, September through April, October through June, or all year long? Brian?
October through June.
October through June is correct. Poetry for both teams. Listen to this line from the poem Invictus by William Henley and give me the next line. Here's the line. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Fine arts, opera for both teams. Translate the title of the Bellini opera, La Somnambula. Somnambula. The Sleepwalker. The Sleepwalker. All right, a math question for both teams. Factor this. X squared plus 8x plus 16 minus p squared. That's a tough one to do in your head. It would be quantity of x plus 4 plus p times the quantity of x plus 4 minus p. Should have known that one. All right, world history for both teams. On July 11th, 1905, what two nations accepted President Roosevelt's proposal for a peace parley? Matt?
Panama and Colombia.
Cannot accept that. Raiders, chance to steal this world history category. On June 11th, 1905, what two nations accepted President Roosevelt's proposal for a peace parley? Josh P.
The United Kingdom and the Dominican Republic.
Cannot accept that. We're looking for Russia and Japan. Russia and Japan. Science, medicine for both teams. In medical terminology, a brain bruise is called what? Brian?
Concussion.
Concussion. General knowledge for both teams. How many dots are there on one die? Matt?
21.
21. U.S. history for both teams. It's a fairly long question, so here we go. His parents were Amaro and Binta. He was brought to Annapolis in 1767 at age 17 aboard the Lord Ligonier and taken to Virginia. He made 4 attempts to escape and was often beaten and had half of his right foot cut off as punishment. Name this ancestor of Alex Haley. Mark?
Bill Haley.
It's not Bill Haley. Raiders, chance to steal this U.S. history category. His parents were Amaro and Binte. He was brought to Annapolis in 1767 at age 17 aboard the Lord Ligonier and taken to Virginia. Josh P.
Tom Haley.
It is not Tom Haley. We're looking for Kunta Kinte from the book Roots. Geography for both teams. These islands in the West Indies are held by Great Britain and the United States. The British islands include Antigua, Tortola, and Virgin Gordo. Name the island chain. Josh P.
Virgin Islands.
Virgin Islands is correct. Science, chemistry, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, and radium. What name is given to these constituents of group 2A? Mark.
The alkaline earths.
That is correct. Vocabulary, spelling. Spell the occupation defined as a calculator of life expectancies. Josh B.
Actuary.
Sorry, time on that one. East, chance to steal this vocabulary spelling category. Spell the occupation defined as the calculator of life expectancies. Matt.
Actuary, A-C-T-U-A-R-Y.
That is correct. Sorry, Josh. I apologize for that. All right, both teams, here we go. Sports, equestrian. Modern competitive equestrianism, or horseback riding, involves 3 separate types of competitions spread over 3 days. One event is endurance. One event is show jumping. Name the third, which gauges the grace of horse. Mark.
Steeplechase?
Is not steeplechase. Raiders, chance to steal this sports equestrian question. Modern competitive equestrianism, or horseback riding, involves 3 separate types of competitions spread over 3 days. One event is endurance. One event is show jumping. Name the third, which gauges the grace of horse and rider. Dressage. Dressage is what we're looking for. Cinema for both teams. What was the name of the baby girl born to Scarlett O'Hara and Rhett Butler? It's Bonnie Blue, not to be confused with Blue Ivy. Both teams, here we go. Children's literature. In Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tale, The Nightingale, is it set in China, Australia, Denmark, or France? James.
China.
China is correct. Shakespeare is the category for both teams. What play opens with the following words? When shall we, let me start over. When shall we three meet again? Matt.
Macbeth.
Macbeth. Film for both teams. The long-awaited film adaptation of what book featuring the number 42 finally hit the big screen? Aiden.
Can't I think of it?
Time on that. Raiders, James.
Guide to the Galaxy.
That is correct. Sports is the next category. In what sports event would you find participants performing a vertical S or a Cuban 8? Josh P.
Figure skating?
Cannot accept figure skating. Lancers, sports is the category, your chance to steal. In what sports event would the participants perform a vertical S or a Cuban 8? Aiden?
Gymnastics.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. It's aerobatic flying. Aerobatic flying. But that siren does indicate the end of our game here today as Shawnee Mission East comes out victorious with a score of 29 and Shawnee Mission South 23. Please join us again here on Categories next time as we bring you the best and brightest minds of high school students all throughout Johnson County.